Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro every day, and today, Crash didn't tell us what deck to play. This holiday season, if you want to hashtag treat yourself, you can get the seed from the video description, and in the immortal words of Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg, my favorite. First boss -1 hand size, first round, probably hearts. We could keep a pair of kings, throwing away the jack. I think I keep the jack in case we draw a straight. So it could be a queen, could be a hearts flush. 3 jacks is interesting. We could try to draw a pair. Could be a pair of 4s, could be a pair of 5s. Actually not 4s. Probably still safest to keep going for the hearts flush. And then something like that. King high flush. Okay, do we want Shoot the Moon? It is plus mult, not my favorite, but probably gets the job done. If you don't take Shoot the Moon here, I think Clever Joker is reasonable enough, especially for the early game, especially against this boss. 2 pair could be reasonable. I think either of these are good enough. I don't open the Buffoon pack. Let's go Shoot the Moon. Alright, if we draw a queen, we one-shot. If we don't draw a queen, we can still win by some other means. Step 1, we discard everything looking for the queens. Maybe we hold on to the pair of 9s. Could play a straight. Could play 9 high straight, keeping the diamonds. And then... Alright, looks like it's going to be... we could go for any 8 or any queen or any diamond. All of those are fair. How about king high flush? Alright, now what? $8. Probably spectral pack. So the consideration is, if I take the spectral pack and then I have no money, are we going to be okay in the next 2 rounds if we can't buy anything? The answer is probably yes. Probably Shoot the Moon is enough for the early game. So probably Spectral Pack here. And then I'm considering the Cartomancer. Could be Cryptid. So the short-term safe thing to do is probably just make more queens. I think Purple Seal could be powerful. The thing that's awkward about Purple Seal with Shoot the Moon is, Shoot the Moon, you don't score anything until you have the queens in hand. So you usually use your discards first and then start playing hands. That's different from something like the Bust, where you can play hands first and save your discards. With Purple Seal, you want to play your hands first, save your discards. We can't do that with Shoot the Moon, so probably you just take the Blue Seal here. We could do Queen of Clubs in case we get Blackboard, maybe. Alright, do I want this Cartomancer? I think it's probably worth it. As a rental, it's probably worth it. If this were rental Golden Joker, maybe you take it, but maybe not as an Eternal, you wouldn't take it. I think Cartomancer goes up in value if you have Shoot the Moon. If you get an Emperor in the shop, Emperor is $3 for 2 tarot cards, but that doesn't necessarily mean that an Emperor is worth $3. In my opinion, it's worth more than $3. Like if you see Hermit in the shop, that's worth more than $3, right? If you see Death in the shop, that's probably worth more than $3. So 1 random tarot card every round, worth $3? Probably. The alternative is you get 1 Arcana pack every 2 shops on average. You get 1 tarot card every 3.5 shops on average, or 3.5 rerolls. Maybe slightly more on the Zodiac deck where you have Overstock and Tarot Merchant. So maybe Cartomancer is less good on the Zodiac deck where you have access to more tarot cards in the shop, but I think it's good enough with Shoot the Moon. With the rental, again, we have this consideration, okay, what if we don't get any, if we don't have any money in the next couple rounds, then we can't buy anything, but maybe Shoot the Moon is enough to where I don't need to buy anything. Also, Shoot the Moon, certain draws, sometimes you just draw 2 queens and you can one-shot and then use the extra hands for extra money, maybe. Or you could just get a death card, I guess. So Against this boss, instead of trying to go for a flush, even if we get the flush, then I'm going to have to follow up with another 5-card hand. I think we should go directly for the queens. 4 of a kind, sorry, 3 4s. I could make 4 of a kind. I think I keep going for queens. I would like to get the blue seal. I would like to copy it. Okay, so we got a queen. We can play a pair of 2s, maybe. And we do get a blue seal. So maybe we drop the 5 here. The high card ace is about the same as the pair of 2s. And then now that we have 2 queens, it should be twice as much. Sorry, 3 queens. So this should win. Should be like 400. Yeah. 200 per queen. So if we have 3 queens, it's 600. So Pluto, let's not use yet in case we get a fool. Could be a fool. This boss previously played debuffed. There is an investment tag. Do we take this spectral pack? Okay, so no matter what, we're selling Pluto so we can make room for the fool. Would you rather spectral pack here or take the fool? Spectral pack is a 1 in 4 chance of immolate, or it could be a red seal is kind of nice with Shoot the Moon, but the fool we can just use death to copy the blue seal is probably better. I'm gonna do that. I think it's justifiable to take the spectral pack, but I think the death card is safer. Go next. Investment tag. Sure. I don't think necessary. I think if we've got death and we got the blue seals and we got the cartomancer, maybe we actually just want to play each round and then get more blue seal scaling. But this should be fine. Oh. Hachi machi. So give me those queens. Alright, there's 1 queen. I can turn a 3 into a queen. I can turn an 8 into a queen. Let's get rid of all of the diamonds and hearts, maybe? Or do I want to turn a king into a queen? And then I can play 5 cards as a high card. Yeah, let's do that. So here's king high. Next one wins. If we play high card 10, that wins. And then I guess we don't use the plutonium right away. Alright, this shop we can't afford anything, presumably. No buffoon pack here, probably. Maybe because we have the investment tag, maybe we do take a buffoon pack. Maybe. Maybe not. I do have the rental. I do want to be somewhat conservative with my money, so plutonium we can take and then go next. Sure. Sun we don't need. All right, so I'm looking for my blue seals. I can play high card ace. We know doesn't win. And then this one does win. Rental fee takes me down to $3. That's okay. All right, so plutonium we can use. Could be hallucination, could be a red card. Red card makes us very safe against, could be face card debuff boss. Maybe face card debuff boss is not super important if we have the blue seals. I think we can make that work. This boss, first hand face down. Okay. I think I'd take hallucination here. I think I don't need the red card. So hallucination, yes. And then now that we have hallucination, I do want seed money, but maybe now it makes sense to take the buffoon pack, or we go spectral pack, no buffoon pack. Maybe no buffoon pack. Hex for sure. All right, and then go next. Save our money for seed money. Could be strength or my jacks, maybe. Sorry, what was this? First hand face down. Okay. Looking for jacks. There's one jack. I could do one jack, 1-9. Let's... Does this win? Maybe it does. I could play the pair of 9s. It scores much less points and then we can dig deeper. Right. Strength now or save it for 2 jacks? I think I do it now. And then this wins, presumably. Yes. Okay. Let's try to get a fool first strength. I don't think I need the 8-ball. I can take Arcana, so I don't need a source of chips. Pretty sure. Could be temperance for $9. Could be you make a gold jack instead. Is maybe not super important. So temperance pays me right now, and then we have seed money. So maybe I don't need to make a gold jack here. Sure. In that case, let's go plutonium first. Temperance. I'm not gonna buy seed money yet. Let's save and go next. Emperor. Don't need a banner. All right, and we don't really need the world, though maybe it makes sense to use it anyway. Throw away the queen, or sorry, the king. I can play high card ace. I can drop the world. All right, rental fee takes me down to 30. Okay. What was the last thing that we did? Last thing we did was that emperor, right? Judgment. Okay. So plutonium here is fine. All right. Could be a standard pack. Maybe standard pack is not super important if we have the blue seals, though we could try to get a red seal. I think I just take seed money. Save our money, go next, I think. So go next. And we get lovers. Okay, so want to discard that stuff. These are not face cards. Okay, so I can do something like that. Lovers I'll get rid of. What's this? Probably not a jack or a 7. Oh. That's okay. Hoping there's another blue seal under here. It's possible. Yes. Okay. $13 could be parking, could be Arcana pack. This boss says clubs are debuffed. We could reroll it. I can just get the suit changer and then we don't have to worry about the boss, maybe. So parking for sure. Sun, maybe go Arcana. Fool for plutonium. Okay. I want temperance. I probably take another temperance. I could use death for another queen. I could use devil for a gold queen. Or is the short-term money better? I think I take the short-term here. Temperance, sure. In that case, do I want this celestial pack? Maybe. I think now we have the extra money so we can take extra packs. I don't think I need a Mars card, but I maybe don't take it. I guess with the boss reroll, I don't think I need this. Let's just go next. Alright, Empress we don't need. So, discard first. I could just send it like this. I could throw away the face cards. We get less money, but we have a chance of drawing the blue seal is probably what I want to do. Probably, actually, we throw away the queen. Right. And then now we win. So I can use the sun on my queens now. I don't think I need an Empress, but I could use it on kings in case we get a driver's license is technically possible. I think I'm going to use the sun on just the queens, so that we can beat the boss, and then maybe in the future I still want to go back to clubs. Okay. So Pluto's fine for us to use. Alright, I don't need Saki Busky. I can look inside a standard pack first. Could be a purple 8. Purple 8 is, we said this before, we said it's less good with Shoot the Moon. Maybe with Cartomancer and Hallucination and Tarot Merchant. I don't need a purple 8. Could be a red seal. Could be a hex. Red seal is cool, and then we try to make a steel card. Though hex just makes all of our hands more powerful. I would have to give up the parking, which is maybe fine. I don't think I ever ectoplasm. Hex or red seal? Red seal is probably... I could make a red gold card. I think I'm gonna go red seal, queen of diamonds instead of hex. Is that wrong? I don't want to give up parking. That's the issue. I don't want to give up parking. So let's go Deja Vu. That's fine. And then go next. Get a strength card. Okay, so I can turn 10s into jacks and then get more parking value. I can save my strength for drawing jacks. Maybe. I can throw away some queens, and I think this doesn't win right away. Okay. I did not get a jack. I probably used my strength. Because I want to get the blue seal value. But maybe I don't use the plutonium right away. Maybe I wait until I get a fool. Red seal on the queen, we get slightly punished for taking temperance instead of turning it into a gold card, but we do have seed money. Alright, 2 Arcana packs. I can take Judgment to replace the banner. I want to get my hallucination value here, so we'll go Plutonium. We can take Judgment. Boss reroll is fine. Death, or we can hang him. Probably we just hang him. 5 and 4, we can hang him. Maybe I remove a king of hearts. Maybe. So Judgment first. Jimbo we don't need. Let's hang him. Then, all right, Fool for another hung man, probably. Magician doesn't do very much for us. All right, so Magician is out. I don't think I spend $5 here, though we do have parking. Maybe we go one more. Could be a certificate or a red seal. We already have a red seal. We already have a blue seal. Okay, so certificate isn't something that we want. We got the wheels. So let's go Jimbo we don't need. We can spin the wheel. 6 and 3 we can hang them and try to find those queens. Blue seal is debuffed. And then this just wins. We can try to dig for a blue seal. We can try to do that. I should have thrown away the red seal queen, maybe. We did not get the blue seal. Bummer. That's okay. Alright. Get another hung man. Okay. Boss says face cards are face down. Okay, let's go standard pack first. So I don't need that. Judgments. Don't need greedy joker. Arcana, we get an emperor. So alright, if the boss is gonna make my face cards face down, then I want to remove the rest of my kings. I have 5 jacks, which is not great. 9 and 6 here we can hang them. We could do ace and 6, we can hang them. There's strength for 2 more jacks. And the moon is kind of interesting. Since we already had the clubs boss, I can turn my stuff back into clubs. Could be judgment again, or probably we don't need justice. Alright, clever joker we don't need. I think I reroll once. Could be an astronomer as a value generator. And then go next. Alright, magician doesn't matter. I can try playing high card once for the parking value, or do we just discard? That's fine. Alright, here's queens of hearts and maybe queen of spades I turn into clubs. I can do lucky ace maybe. Do something like that. Try to draw the blue seal. And we did. So play the 10 and that wins. One more round parking after this. Okay, last thing we used was a suit changer, so plutonium here should be fine. Uranus we don't need. Mega Celestial Pack's free. This stuff we don't care about, so maybe 3 of a kind is probably not going to happen, 4 of a kind is probably not going to happen. Get rid of Uranus. Standard pack maybe for the hallucination value. Could be a gold N. Maybe not as a purple seal. Or yeah, maybe not a 10. We don't need a 10. That's fine. Let's go next. Alright, priestess. So I can keep the jacks because we already have the blue seals in hand. I can make lucky jacks, I guess. Maybe Mars. Probably not Jupiter. Keep the jack, play the jack. About the same. Because we have parking. Alright. 2 queens. Looks like it's going to be enough. We just play 3 of those. Okay. So get that parking money. And then parking's done. So parking being common, let's sell it. And maybe we get another one. Alright, up to 185. Judgment. Buffoon packs first or judgment first? Judgment first gives me scary face. Hit the road is fine. Fool for judgment. Probably I saved the fool. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna reroll the boss. Let's go one more. I don't take a Hierophant. Could be one more. There's an Emperor. So I could just go Fool for Judgment, and then we can Emperor here. I want to get my blue seal value, so probably I should just use the Fool. Judgment gives me the Burglar. Is good with parking. I'm into it. So it could be Judgment here. Grimbo is also good with the Burglar. Let's go parking. And I can use the moon to flip over the face down face cards. Let's go next. Go shoot the moon this way. Alright, so we got the Burglar now. I can play Ace High. So this one is not a queen. I drew some queens. So I can do a suit sort, and then all of the ones that are not clubs I can turn into clubs, maybe. So that's the king. I think I'm not going to get that much burglar value here, not that much parking value. I think we just win too fast. Trying to find my blue seals. Oh well. Oh, I should have thrown away one of the queens after I flipped it over and I confirmed that it wasn't a blue seal. Strength for jacks. Slightly punished for not holding the fool because we didn't get the blue seal value. We could have used the strength plus fool to turn my 10s into jacks. Boss says, high card cost me money. Bummer. Could be spin the wheel here. Could be spectral pack first. Let's go strength. Probably no ecto. Bummer. Wheel is fine. Standard pack for the hallucination. No polychrome 10, I think. Yeah, we don't need that. No room for judgment here. So money tree probably works since we have parking. Let's go next. All right. I can strengthen a 10. I can throw away some queens. All right. So 1 jack, 1 10. That's perfectly reasonable. And then let's play high card, throwing away the jack and the queen. Trading parking value for the blue seal value, potentially. Alright, and then we did get it. Alright, we're at the point where we might be able to win without the queens if we need to. Okay, I did use strength, so let's go next. No judgment here. Hallucination value. Nope. Could be a steel king. Even though it's not a queen, even though it can't turn into a queen, I think the steel card is reasonable. Let's go next. There's more strength for more jacks. And then let's throw away some queens. I could just, I don't have to play high card. I could play 2 pair here actually. And then what? So 3 queens per hand should be enough. That's 23. All right, and we did get the blue seals. So now it's just parking time. The next one wins 30,000. Cool. A lot of strength cards. I don't think strength is going to happen anymore. Now we've got only 1 jack. 9s into queens is kind of a rough gap. We could get a devil and a death card. Could be. Let's see. I could reroll this boss. I don't have to deal with this. I don't have to put up with this. We can spin the wheel. Maybe. Bummer. Alright, we got a nice amount of money left. I don't need the hallucination value, so I'm not going to open the standard pack. 4 of a kind is interesting. But let's go next. Discard random cards. With the extra hands from the burglar, that's probably fine, but I'm going to re-roll it anyway. Spades debuff, that's completely fine. Alright, so I can play high card ace. And then as soon as we draw, I could turn a red seal into a red gold card. Or I could just do a blue seal red card. Or sorry, blue seal gold card. I think I want the red seal. I should have played the 2-pair. That's 20,000. Let's throw away this queen. 30,000. One more time for 30,000. This doesn't win. I should have thrown away another queen. Did not get the red seal, so I think we do make the gold card now. That's fine. And then play the 9. Alright. We just used death, so let's not use the plutonium right away. This boss, extra lurge. We could go back in time. Sure. Let's go Hermie here. If we go back in time, we get more scaling. Alright, Buffoon Pack. There's a Baron. I guess if we don't go back in time, we could do a Baron. Nah. There's a Death card. So you could copy a Steel King. You could hold on to the Death card and see if we get a Chariot. Haven't seen a Chariot yet. That's kind of weird. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay to fire off the Death card and make the Steel King. Or I kind of want Emperor here, right? So maybe a 5 becomes a King, and then we go Emperor. One man and a Magician. Alright, go next. So Ace and 3, we can hang them. Magician doesn't matter. This is a pair. I don't care if it's a pair. Alright. So make some lucky cards. Alright. Where we place the king doesn't matter because we're just trying to draw the blue seal right now. And then now we have it. So can I do this without winning? I want that parking money. Yes. Okay. Did we use a death card? The Magician. Okay, so we can use the plutonium. We can cash out 20 bucks here. Cool. Could be a mime. Okay. So could be mime scores more points. I could go mime plus parking gives me more money, but if we don't play that many hands, then maybe it's not that much money. Mime would be cool if we had more gold cards, which we don't. Let's go standard pack. There's a red steel king, or sorry, 10 is pretty good. Plus, yeah, I think I dropped the parking here. I think we have enough other ways of making money, and I think we're not planning on playing that many hands anyway. In the wheel. Boiled again. Alright, Hermie, go one more time. Lovers, no. Temperance is 16, go one more. There's plutonium. Alright. I could take a moon just for funsies. There you go, star we don't need. So I can throw away the 9s. Because we have the foil, this actually scores a decent amount. Well, okay, maybe not that much. Alright, play the lucky queen. Now it's okay if we throw away queens because we got rid of the parking. No gold cards. That's a bummer. No gold cards still? Bad. Alright, there's the lucky one. Maybe not that lucky. Cool. Plutonium takes me up to 31. Alright, there's a death card. Let's go Celestial Pack for the hallucination. Mercury, probably not. Then Spectral Pack again. Could be a red seal, could be ectoplasm now, probably not, but we could go red Steel King. Probably the red steel cards are what we start copying now. Cool, and then go back in time. Not that we have to. Plutonium, more tarot cards. There's Hermie. Should have done Emperor first. Maybe it doesn't matter. Don't need duo. I'll take a hung man. Let's go next. Alright, so 9s we can hang them. And then dig for the steel cards, we can copy them. And then that's it. That's 50,000. There's a red seal queen. Do we want to copy a red seal queen or do we want to copy a red steel card? Probably the steel cards, even though we're going to lose the mime. No chance here anymore. I think this wins, so I could copy the gold card instead of the red seal queen. Maybe I'm supposed to copy the red seal. I don't need the points, but I don't really need the money either. So let's do it that way. This way, if we open an Arcana pack and the Arcana pack has a chariot, then it's twice as likely to have the red seal for us to turn into a steel card. Okay. And then, ramen plus burger. Boss says no repeat hand types, doesn't matter. Could be a blank. So, I'm gonna go Arcana first, looking for a fool. No fool. 16 bucks, or we probably just hang him here. So I can remove an ace. I probably, at this point, remove queens, actually. Because now I don't need to draw queens, I just need to draw steel cards. Check for the hallucination. We have 3 more rounds mime. I don't need polychrome 7. So you could take the ramen here, I think makes sense instead of the mime. We can get something just as good, probably. Go one more. There's a death card. Now we can go next. Alright. Don't need the Hierophant. Maybe. And we're looking for the steel cards. This wins. Do we use death? Sure. We can get more death. We have the Tarot Merchant. It's fine. Okay. Mime has 2 more rounds. I forgot what the boss is already. Oh yeah. There's a death card, which means it's okay to use plutonium. All right, hallucination. Give me a chariot finally. Nope, not a tower. There's another blue seal queen. We don't need because we have plenty of queens already. All right, let's find that chariot. That's not a chariot. That's not a chariot. Troubadour is interesting. Extra hand size. Is that better than the mime? Mime gives me more blue seal value. Mime gives me more gold card value. Mime is perishable. So maybe actually we want to sell the mime and try to get another mime. I like the idea of the extra hand size. Go one more. There's Hermie. Yeah, right now... Oh, could be hologram. Yeah, hologram makes sense. How much time do we have left? Maybe hologram is too slow at this point. Go next. Don't need a world card. Alright, so I can do red steel 10. The benefit there being I don't have to reorder the cards in my hand. Alright. Let's do something like this. I could play 2 pair as a way of digging, maybe. There we go, that works. And then play the high card king. So that's 78. Throw away the bonus card. And then that's it. Alright. So there's the chariot. Yes. We take the chariot, we look for a fool. No fool, we get another tower. Don't need polychrome 8. I can re-roll before or after. Let's go before. Okay, so there's the steel card, which I can turn into clubs. And then take Hermie. Alright, and then reroll for tarot cards. So there's a Temperance. Emperor gives me Temperance again. There's a cat. Don't have enough lucky cards for that. That's one thing that's kind of awkward about playing high card instead of pairs. You have less Joker synergy, so we can't find duo. Cat is less good. Things like that. No Ancient Joker. No hiker. I'm not going to spend $13 on a reroll. I don't need the priestess here. Could be plutonium. That's level 41. All right, go next. Boss says no repeats. So probably beatable if we draw the steel cards. But we don't have to deal with that if we don't want to. That's awkward. I'll pay money. Alright, so no on the sun. I want to try to draw my blue seals, so let's do that. I should have moved the steel card to the left. Alright, I did not draw my gold cards. Yeah. The no repeat hand types boss. We could have played pairs of queens. And then finished with the steel cards. Anyway, this boss is extra large. Alright. So, Celestial Packs for the hallucination. There's plutonium. We like a hung man. Could be more plutonium. And the troubadour. Don't need the wasteful joker. Or sorry, wasteful voucher. Go next. Hierophant. Nah. Ace and 2, we can hang them. We can play a high card. Maybe a lucky 10. Whoops. Oh well. So... Alright, Celestial Pack we don't need. Judgment we don't need. Standard pack, we could get a Polychrome Queen. That's kind of fun, I guess. Maybe my high card is high enough level to where I want a Polychrome Queen. Actually, that's... No, we don't want that. Pretty, though. Go one more. Lovers. Nope. Alright. High card 10. No steel cards. So we should be chilling. Okay. I don't need... I could throw away the steel card. That's what we should have done before. Alright. There's one blue seal. I can play 4 of a kind. For the money, maybe? Yes. And then, still missing on the blue seal. So I guess I can play 2 pair if we want. Yeah, despite having so many blue seals and steel cards, kind of awkward trying to draw them. This works. So play the jack. Cool. That was not that many points, to be honest. Alright. So... Temperance, yes? Strength, probably not. I have only 1 jack. Oh, I should have opened the Celestial Pack first. Before selling the tarot cards. Strength, maybe? Go Arcana. Or reroll for death first. This boss, very large, is probably the most interesting boss for us. Yeah. Okay. Judgment, no. There's a Fool. Okay, so... Strength on the 10s, I can make queens. Maybe? Maybe no Hung Man here. Let's look. There's 110. Let's do it. And the Fool here... I could go Chariot and then save the Fool for a Chariot. Maybe? That's probably best. So I guess you go Steel Queen and then Fool for a Chariot. We don't have to do the Fool yet. We can try to get a death card first. Though I kind of want Hermie here. Okay. Justice doesn't matter. Plutonium, no. Boot, no. Strength is interesting. Yeah, that's it. So... There we go. Alright. I can make a red Steel Queen at any time. I can dig for my other steel cards. So let's do something like that. Okay, no steel cards yet, so let's go play a flush. I have the steel 10, I'm looking for the steel jack. I can play these 4 queens, maybe? Okay. Steel King is okay. I can play these 3 queens and do something like that, I think. Alright, that's it. So here's Strength on there and Chariot here. So play a 9. And we want queens in front. That's it. Ship it. Okay. 8 million points. Just like we drew it up. That was pretty alright. Of course we got the blue seals and we got to abuse the blue seals. The shoot the moon was good enough. It did the thing. It's a scaling mult joker. Someone asked me about this in the comments. What do I mean shoot the moon is a scaling mult joker? As you collect more queens, then your shoot the moon does more, right? So when it starts out, you're not able to draw your queens very consistently. So on average, maybe it's plus 13 per round. But then once your deck is 40 cards and a third of them are queens, then maybe shoot the moon is kind of like plus 60 per round or maybe plus 70 per round, something like that. Definitely gets better with steel cards. So with something like shoot the moon, what I'm thinking about is I can make this more playable by getting more tarot cards. And maybe tarot cards are not something that you get in a typical run. But if I'm playing on the Zodiac deck, okay, Overstock plus Tarot Merchant, that's a good start. I can take Hallucination, that gives me even more. I can take Cartomancer, even though it's a rental, probably worth it. You can use the Cartomancer to make gold cards. You can use the Cartomancer, sometimes it just gives you Hermit or maybe Death to copy your gold cards or copy your other value generators. And then with these things combined, you can kind of do an interesting deck maybe. If you have a boss that says your clubs are debuffed, you can change the suit. If you get a boss that says your face cards are debuffed, you can turn your non-face cards into steel cards. You can turn some of your cards into glass cards and maybe play a 4 of a kind in an emergency situation. Having access to tarot cards just in general allows you to get out of some sticky situations potentially. Shoot the moon, there is some risk, but maybe you can mitigate that risk with tarot cards. Could have taken, what was it, Eternal Red Joker, or sorry, Red Card. I think Red Card would have been great as well. Anyway, that's it. Take care, everyone.